Welcome back, everybody, to the Members Podcast. Got a lot of familiar faces here. Looking forward to a good conversation tonight, as always. Good to see you guys, everybody there. I'm looking at Jeff, Christy, Kyle, and Benjamin. How are you?
Doing good.
Excellent.
All right.
Doing just dandy.
I think
All right,
Ben's
that's
probably
enough.
the best out of all of us.
That's enough,
Yeah.
Ben. That's enough.
Well, I'm going to try. He'll have his moment, but we're all gonna have an opportunity to say our own piece on our own topics that we're most hot on. One thing that is probably the farthest away from news now at this point, which is only about 10 days old or whatever, but the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame inducted one and Andrew Jones into the Hall of Fame. So I was pretty happy. I got a Andrew Jones jersey up here on my wall.
Long
So-
overdue.
It is. What did I see? I think he was like I had it all teed up for last week until I realized it was the award show. I thought he was.
So sorry you had to win 6 awards, you jerk. Jeez.
Well, I'll accept this one on behalf of Andrew Jones, who couldn't show tonight as well. So, but something about him being a center fielder with the amount of gold gloves. I think he's like only the sixth one that has like 10 gold gloves or something like that. I thought that was
Wow.
pretty. I thought it was a pretty decent stat.
Yeah. I don't know what everyone's deal was with him.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. You can obviously tell now, based on today's news, that the Hall of Fame in any sport isn't an absolute science. It's not a utopian voting society there for sure.
Yeah.
I do think that there's too much politics that now have invaded that. On our previous pod, since we're talking about that, for Hall of Fames, and when there's a subjective vote that's being given, pretty sure the list needs to come out with here's the vote and who gave that vote. If it's a subjective
Exactly.
vote, I'm not
Mhm.
saying that you have to sit there and defend yourself. It needs to be public, though. I think for me, it started with like Derek Jeter. I mean, before that, but comes to mind is Derek Jeter, all but unanimous by one guy. Unanimous,
Ichiro.
sorry.
Ichiro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So anybody agree with that take that possibly you need to make some of these things public? I mean, everything else in the world is public.
I think we
Even
should
things-
let Ben start since it was his hometown guy that got snubbed.
Yeah.
What do you think about Belichick?
Absolute farce that Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, the greatest coach who ever lived. 6 Super Bowls, another part of another 2 with the Giants, their first 2. I mean, just all-time records, but clearly it's become who likes you and who doesn't like you. And I was listening to the Sports Hub on my way home. They were mentioning Bill Polian is the leader getting this not to be. And I'm just like, he's just mad. He's still sour that he had to go change the rules of the NFL so the Colts could actually win playoff games. So, it is what it is. Bill Belichick will eventually be in, but it's an absolute farce that he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. So
He'll be in
is
next
that
year.
just the standard? Yeah. Is that just the standard for anyone who was a Patriot?
Nope.
Like, what
it's
are we
the
going to do with
standard-
Tom Brady?
It's the standard for anybody that was a douche to the media. As long
Yeah.
as the media has a part of a vote, that's what it was.
Right.
And he was an absolute to the media. We loved it because you knew what you were getting out of him in press conferences, right?
Oh,
But they
yeah.
didn't like it. So
Yeah.
that's why. And I guarantee you, they probably, out of the, 13 at large votes that the NFL gets, I think 10 of them go to media. And I bet you those were the 10 that voted against him because the media was like, no, let's prove a point that if you're going to be a jerk to us in the media, we still have a say in whether you get in. Now, is he going to get in? Absolutely. He's the greatest coach in NFL history. He has all the records. Like everything points to that. Nobody's going to dispute that. But this was the media and probably a handful of owners that came out and said, we're going to take a stand on this. And it's a stupid stand. At some point it needs to be same thing we talked about with like Major League Baseball with the umpires. You got robo umps for a reason. You got all these like instant replay stuff. You have all this stuff like it shouldn't be subjective at this point. The dude has all these records, as you just said, Ben. Like there's no disputing that he's a Hall of Fame coach. I don't understand. I get the point that people are trying to make, but at the same time, like if he's not a first ballot Hall of Fame coach, then you shouldn't put Andy Reid in as a first ballot Hall of Fame coach either. Like you should just make it a point to not put any coaches in on the first ballot at that point.
It all comes down to a character clause.
I was going to say, do you
same
think
thing in baseball?
But I think it might be different with Bill Belichick, and let me know if you feel this way as well. What about all the scandals and things? You know, that's another thing that's probably leading Bill Polian's rife as well. You know, the fact that maybe I had a chance if he wasn't cheating all the time, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think maybe that may have been a factor. How they do, you know, with the, you know, like Barry Bonds. Like Barry Bonds never failed the test, but everybody knows he was on steroids. So he's being like all that whole generation is kind of being held back. Do you think that maybe some of those scandals had a part of it, had a piece in it as well?
Oh, I'm absolutely certain it had a hand in it. Those are two of the biggest scandals in the NFL, short of like domestic violence issues off the field, like as far as stuff that has to actually do with football. Definitely two of the more bigger controversies. But
which ones were they? Which ones were they?
I was
Spygate and Deflategate.
Spygate. And who did they play in that Super Bowl? Just wanted to throw it out there. All right. Just wanted to throw it out there.
Kyle just lost his segment. All right.
Keep in mind, after Deflategate happened, they went on to go undefeated until that point. So they proved that they didn't even need those. But when you have the best receiver that's not Jerry Rice of all time,
with
like,
controversy,
it's hard not to.
Aside, though, do you think that something as big as Belichick not making it first ballot is going to make people rethink in all of these Hall of Fame voting? Like, hey, that was kind of a little crazy that he didn't get first ballot, and make people maybe rethink how they vote in the future, or no? I mean, we've all had the conversation, but do you think this is a big enough one to stir it up to make people think about it, or?
Oh, absolutely. I also think it's a Patriot thing too. Roddy Harrison's not in. Robert Kraft is not in yet. Jerry Jones is in, but Robert Kraft's not in. And, you know, there's several other Patriots that, like Adam Vinatieri, the greatest kicker of all time, who had the greatest kick of all time and who has the most points in the history of the NFL all time, is not in and is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. How is he not in above any other kicker? Tell me that.
Special teams players get pushed back usually. I don't think any special teams players ever gotten first ballot, but I think it has to be about the Spygate and Deflategate, because there's no other justifiable reason to point to other than his recent behavior, which honestly, they're like, think of all the people who you know have worse behavior. Honestly, like T.O.'s behavior, given, you know, his situation and not getting his first ballot and then proving why he didn't get his first ballot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So there's really no way to justify it other than to say, well, look, we don't technically have a whole lot. We don't have any people on steroids in the Hall of Fame, because steroids pretty much it hasn't been weeded out, but you look at all the people in the Hall of Fame, no one's ever, you know, had steroids attached to them. So it has to be the cheating.
But I didn't think
is it that bad?
But character issues, you know, I thought these awards are for strictly for a performance.
They should be, yeah.
There shouldn't be character related. I mean, that's the way that they're projected to us. But now there's these little like asterisks next to some of this. Like, well, you're right. He had, you know, he's top 10 in every category at this position that you would want. But he's kind of so that takes him down a year. So it's like, we're going to make it. Oh, he's absolutely a Hall of Famer, but we're not going to reward him. Well, yeah, we're not going to reward him on the first year where the stats actually do it.
Right. Kurt Schilling is a perfect example in baseball. He should absolutely be in. He is like one of the best pitchers in the playoffs of all time. Like, not
Can
even
I
kidding. Top
can
5.
I ask a question? Can you name somebody other than a Boston athlete that has gotten robbed of the Hall of Fame that you think should be in?
Not at this very moment, but I'm
Okay,
sure
all
there
right.
are several.
Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make
If you
sure.
gave me time to think about it, I could, but in this very second, as you say that, no. I'm sorry.
I know you're wearing your Foxborough colored goggles right now, so we'll let you have that one.
Well,
That's right, baby.
what's going to be interesting is we don't know. I don't think we've gotten like the final word on what that committee that voted on Belichick has done, or what the results are for that. We just know that it leaked that Belichick didn't get in. Robert Kraft is among that group of people. If Kraft gets in and they leave Belichick out, like that makes it a little juicier, doesn't it?
Maybe Kraft
Well,
voted against having Belichick in there.
Like if
Maybe.
there's that
I don't think
like
so. There's no way,
conspiracy
but
you could,
he might have. You never know.
but that's coming in the next few days or
Oh,
week or whatever.
did you hear the juiciest rumor lately? Is the fact that Vrabel and McDaniels don't like each other, and McDaniels is going to leave at the end of the season. You hear about that?
I did not hear that.
No.
Yeah, heard that.
We're
Heard that's been going on. Heard there's some
gonna,
inner turmoil.
oh boy, gonna go fail as a head coach for the third or fourth time now.
No, he
Good
or
might
luck,
go to
dude.
he might go to
Great.
Philly to
or he
be the
might
Josh,
offensive
go. Is there
coordinator.
any offensive
Josh,
coordinator positions that Kyle you want to talk about? Because the
Yeah, I
way
mean
that the word on
apparently
the street, if you put your ear to the ground, what you hear is that nobody wants the Eagles OC trash job because it's just a
hmm,
cesspool and nobody wants to be a part of that.
I don't think that's what you hear if you put your ear to the ground. I don't think you hear that at all. Having said that, I do think that it is it's a tough spot for it's a tough selling point because you already have an established offense, which makes it tough to give full autonomy to one of these guys that like a Mike McDaniel or even a Dayball at that point, right? Now, having said that, everybody's flipping out saying that these guys have turned the Eagles down. The Eagles haven't offered the position to anybody yet. They haven't officially, they've interviewed a shit ton of people, but they haven't officially offered the job. So they're not getting turned down by anybody. They're just, their names are getting withdrawn. And look, at the end of the day, we all know, and I already know who they're going to get. They're going to get Jim Bob Cooter because he's a Nick Sirianni guy. That's who they're going to end up getting. It's not going to be a big splash. It's not going to be anything, but he has play calling history. He already has experience doing it. That's who they're going to go after. They're not going to go after the Packers quarterback coach who was a backup quarterback up 2 years ago in the league. They're not going to get him, even though he came in for a second interview. They're not going to get guys like that. They're going to get either Matt Nagy or Jim Bob Cooter. It's not going to be a sexy hire. It's not going to be somebody that most Eagles fans are going to want. But for this team right now in win now mode, that's what they need. They need an established offensive coordinator that has experience calling plays. Plain and simple. Yes, it sucks that we're missing out on the flashy things, but those flashy things don't want to be in the same situation and deal with idiot fans that are going to egg your house if things don't go right. They're not going to deal with the idiot media that blows things out of proportion when you have one bad week. And they're not going to deal with Nick Sirianni having idiot takes and acting like an idiot, right? Greatest coach in Eagles history, don't get me wrong, but he still acts like an idiot. So an offensive coordinator that's a young guy trying to establish himself doesn't want to come into that situation. But one of these older guys that have already established, that have no head coaching once anymore. Matt Nagy's a failed head coach, and Jim Bob Cooter is, I mean, his name says it all, right? So he is what he is. So those are going to be the two guys that it's going to come down to, and I think they're going to go with Jim Bob Cooter. That's who I think they're going to go with. And again, it's not the sexy pick, but again, this is what happens. We don't get the flashy person, so the media blows things out of proportion. It's like everybody's turning Eagles down. It's not what everybody wants. Stop. Stop. This is Greg Olson said it best. This is the easiest. If you want to come in here as a young offensive coordinator and prove yourself, if you do well, you'll get a head coaching job. Plain and simple. Shane Steichen, head coach. Kellen Moore, head coach. because they had great years, led the Eagles to a Super Bowl, calling plays. You come in here and you suck. That's the problem right now. If you suck, you're going to get fired because they don't keep you for a second year. That's the problem right now. So, there's my take on it.
So, producer, can you give me a thumbs up if you just got what you were looking for? All right, good. So, what I have a question for you, Christy. For one of the people that did decline the offensive coordinator position for the Eagles, how do you feel about having Brian Daboll come in there and be the coordinator for the Titans?
I mean, I'm not super stoked about our head coach that we have either. I mean, I don't want to say I wasn't a fan of him. I don't mind his coaching style. I just feel like Saleh's just going to fail, just like every other coach has done in Tennessee with what's going on around as far as my team is concerned with ownership and everything else. I don't know if those two as a combo and Dable coming in as an offensive coordinator is going to help at all. You got to have an offensive line to be able to coach, to be able to help your quarterback, to be able to throw to your receivers, to be a good, I don't know. So I guess draft and everything else is going to be the time to tell. I don't know what these coaches are going to be able to do because nobody's been able to do anything with it. And I just look at Vrabel going up to New England and that in a year turning it around. And I know, Kyle, shake your head at me. I don't want to feed Ben's ego anymore, but I just kind of look at what other people have done in other systems that were
I can't even
the...
see. I can't see you anymore. His head took up the whole screen. His head took up the whole damn screen. I can't see any of you. I can't see anything.
No, we knew it was coming. And Kyle, you kind of, oh God, that was back when it was still nice out when he was singing "It's Gonna Be May." And you were made the first meme, and now here we are. I mean, Ben called it probably 15 weeks ago, and we all shook our heads and laughed, and now we have to sit here with Ben.
That's right.
But yeah, no, Paul, I don't know. I don't care. I'm so disappointed in my team for like 13, 14 years that if anybody can come in there and do anything, but I don't see it happening anytime soon unless a lot of other changes happen systematically with that team. So that's my take.
And Dayball didn't turn the Eagles down, you dum-dum. Told you he withdrew his name. That's
I thought
different than
Dayball
turning
was
them
going to
down.
go coach the
If
Bills.
you withdraw your name, you're saying no thanks, is what you're saying.
The job wasn't offered. You can't turn it down if it was never offered to you. Like if I ask somebody to prom and they say no, that's turning me down. If I never asked them, you can't say that they turned you down. They never asked him to be the offensive coordinator. They interviewed him.
Hey,
that's different.
No.
What do you mean no? That's the rule. Look it up.
No.
It's the definition.
He quit before he could eventually get fired from there.
You can't even talk. Nope. You're messing this thing up. You're messing the whole thing up. You're messing your whole shtick up.
I thought Dayball was going to go to Buffalo. Like, I thought Dayball to Buffalo was like all but done. And then they ended up promoting Brady. I'm like, that just seems redundant. Like,
did you see that? So the best quote I saw about the Bills promoting Joe Brady was, it's like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. That's what it was. And I was like, you know what? That is the perfect quote because it makes
a great analogy.
You get rid of McDermott, but then you keep the owner, you keep the GM, you even promote the offensive coordinator. So everything stays the same except the head coach.
Oh man.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But
get right.
As long as the greatest quarterback in NFL history, Josh Allen, is happy, I guess that's all that matters, right?
As long as it isn't early.
Yeah.
And we're all happy that we got Kyle fired up on a Tuesday evening as usual.
That's because you made it seem like I sounded like my cousin, and I didn't sound like him. I'm telling you, we have opposite takes on this. I had to talk him off a ledge earlier today.
Well, I think we threw him back over. We actually helped toss him over the ledge about an hour ago.
I might need all your help on that. So.
He's like, "Oh, I'm going to jump." I was like, "Here, let me drop kick you." So we'll let you cool down for a minute. Jeff, I want to know, I'm not as worried about your coaching staff, but what in God's green earth is your team going to even look like physically come August? Like, who are you going to have out there? Who's going to be out there? Offense, defense. I mean, who you got? You got Purdy. I got Purdy and CMC. Like, how is Purdy injury prone all the time? CMC is literally walking crutches.
Yeah.
And they both survive the season, and literally everyone else dies.
We're gonna have to find a portal to the future and find some sort of miracle.
I think it's going to be like
cure the human illness.
Gerard Butler or something. It's going to be like 300 all over again. Xerxes Xerxes has got it coming.
An answer for that.
Well, maybe if the training facility wasn't next to the Springfield nuclear plant, and they weren't all getting sick and falling apart.
I think this is going to be a real thing. They're probably going to have to.
Well, they are investigating it. Yeah, although they're trying to investigate more legitimate possibilities too. But I don't understand.
So it just like sucks the ACLs out of you, like Sub-Zero in like his Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him.
Yeah, it's.
Yo, Fred Warner back.
If you look at the timeline of it, I think it has more to do with Levi's Stadium than it does with the power plant, because they've been playing on that practice field next to the electrical power plant since Montana's days, 1988. They've been playing on that practice field. That power plant was there 2 years before that. Levi's Stadium opened in 2014.
So is this all part of the master plan? The Patriots come back just to get to the Super Bowl, Levi Stadium, just so Drake May's ACL can come flying out of his kneecap. Not that I want to see it. He's a Tar Heel, but I'm just wondering. I was like, is that what we're setting up for? You can't have Drake. I mean, if you tear your ACL now, it's probably not looking good for next year.
Yeah, I mean, feed the fuel to the conspiracy, I guess, if anything bad happens to anybody on that field. Yeah,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Somebody's gonna.
Whoa, hey.
No, somebody's getting injured. I didn't say it was Drake.
Somebody's gonna get
somebody. I wouldn't insult your bromance. Relax.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right.
Does anybody? We're not going to talk about the AFC, but is there anything that anybody has to say about the NFC game there? I mean, Jeff, that was your division. Could have been you. Kyle, that
could have been us.
Had no chance of being you.
Definitely had no chance of being your team. Your punk ass team that was out of the playoffs before.
All that means is that we were keeping your seats warm down in Cancun, dude. We've been getting drunk for weeks before.
We made it further than you. So that has to count for something.
Again, this is remember that ass kicking contest that I mentioned a couple weeks ago? Like, if you stay in the longest, you've taken the most ass kicks, but if you still bail out before you win, all you did was get your ass kicked more. Congratulations.
I don't know about you guys, but I might have to eat crow on Sam Darnold. He's kind of proven himself now, getting to a Super Bowl. I mean, he still has to win one, but
why don't you start munching on a
pop? How sick do the Jets feel right now?
That's what we were saying on Sunday.
How sick are the Jets right now?
Darnold.
I think your future that you gave up on is now in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they're all rooting for him. They're all rooting for him because they don't want the damn Patriots to win another one.
This is true.
Maybe.
Maybe like most people.
Essentially, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, it's a Jets Super Bowl. They're going to celebrate it just as hard as if they win it. I mean, I wouldn't know because we can't get a damn Jets fan on this damn podcast, but I wouldn't know. What'd you say, Chuck?
Yeah. All right. You ready for show and tell?
Are they going to celebrate it because the Jets have nothing to celebrate on a regular basis, or like?
Yeah. Well, they're going to celebrate it because the Patriots didn't win, right?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, just picture this, guys. Imagine just waking up and you're a Jets fan. That's just like the worst. Oh man.
I'm happy the Jets are what they are. I don't want to show you. It's show and tell time. Show and tell. Promise to keep my clothes on. So the Jets actually came when Redskins training camp was down in Richmond. The Jets came for a joint practice. It was Sam Darnold's rookie year, and when he was walking off the field, he was signing autographs for everybody, even on the Redskins kids. So I asked him if I could have his sweat towel, that little, like, the one that they put their hands on or whatever before they're going to grip the ball. And he gave it to me and he autographed it. So I kept it. Sam Darnold sweat towel
Wow.
from a preseason game against the Redskins.
Wow.
Wow, look at
Wow.
you, Paul. All
Hmm.
right.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
So this is going to be
Jeez.
I'm not doing Clash and Bash and all that because that's not my thing. I didn't coin that. But I think on these every week, since everyone knows, or if you don't, now you're going to know again, that I came into some winnings from a couple of fantasy football wins. And so I've been spending that money pretty frivolously. And I would like to share the dumb shit purchases that I make on a weekly basis. The first one was supposed to be here today, but apparently the mailman said that our house was not accessible for delivery, is what it was reported. So next week I will showcase my first dumb shit purchase, and I hope to have those going about as long as the funds stay available. So I want everybody to tune in for that. But while we're also continuing to stay on the segment of the NFL, is there anybody that wants to talk about anything in the Pro Bowl? The Pro Bowl's coming up. I'm probably not going to watch, but I don't know. Maybe I want to see what Shador Sanders as a Pro Bowl NFL player has. So, anybody have any comments on someone that's only like 200 spots better than all of us at quarterback?
Do they still play football at the Pro Bowl? I'm
They-
not sure.
Flag.
A football is
Flag
involved.
football.
A football is involved.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
moved it
football
to
is involved.
Tuesday night too.
Yeah, I think I'll find something else to
I think they
to
don't
do.
want to.
Yeah,
They don't want to compete with the Grammys because they know people will watch the Grammys over the Pro Bowl.
Oh
Yeah, so now they're going to
Any
compete
day.
with this podcast. When we record this podcast, it's going to be on the
Sure.
same time. That's bullshit. I'm not watching a Pro Bowl. I'm boycotting.
There it is.
What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Yeah,
How
But,
dare they
Super
go
Bowl.
up against us?
I feel
I
like
mean,
it's kind of like
I
me have me kind of doing the sponsors and all that. I'm doing it just because so the producer doesn't get mad and doesn't get fined.
Did,
I feel like
did
that's
you
for
do it?
some reason that's something that no, but I was trying to lead into a segue there, but I was rudely
Oh.
interrupted. I was going to go right into it after we talk about Shador and the Pro Bowl. Just wanted to see if anybody was going to watch, anybody's feelings on Shador getting in over literally the backup punter who probably could have played
Yeah, I mean,
quarterback
he's,
just about as
he's
well.
the reason I'll watch it. I will watch it for Shador and see what he does in this skills competition or whatever the hell they're going to do.
Well, they better
Wait,
put
even
him in every one of these
any type of
things.
skills thing?
It's not the
Not the way
same
they-
skills competition that it used to be. It's like a flag football competition type thing, but like they need to bring back the old school one where they're
That's what I'm
the
saying.
quarterbacks
Like,
are
I
throwing at
haven't watched it in
targets.
like 10 years, but bring back the old shit because that was fun.
Yeah.
When
I
they
want the
used
bring
to,
targets moving in the background. I want the
and the
quarterbacks
quarterbacks
throwing
would just
80-yard
throw
bombs.
exactly. They would throw as
Yeah.
hard and as far as
Yeah.
they could. And you're like, oh my
Yep.
god, that guy threw 80 yards, but he sucks in the NFL. Like he throws an interception every other pass, but he got an arm on him. He can throw 80 yards. Crazy.
Like, I don't want to make Ben's head any bigger, but I'm hooked on Mr. Beast, and I watched the Tom Brady throw against like the high school kid for the competition for the money. And the kid beat Tom Brady. So, I mean, I can knock Tom Brady down a peg. He lost to a high school quarterback, but I mean, it was cool watching him just bomb a ball out there and try to pop a balloon, and that's the stuff we like to see. That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Great
Yeah, I
win.
love whenever they run those like old ones with like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady,
Drew
freaking Jake
Brees.
Plummer,
Yeah.
Drew
Yep.
Brees on the Chargers, like all these just random throwback quarterbacks. You're like, oh, this is sick.
Well, the whole
But
point of a Pro Bowl or an All-Star game, these guys are so they're so much better than the normal athlete. Have them do normal things, but do it so well. Like that's what everybody wants to see. So that's why those skills competitions were always so good with the moving targets, and they'd hit bullseyes with the paint on them and everything. You're like, man,
oh
they're
yeah,
so good at
Yeah.
this stuff. That's what you want to see. I don't want to see NFL players playing flag football against each other. Like, for what? That's what
Dodgeball.
they
They played
yeah,
dodgeball one
yeah,
year.
dodgeball. Like, come on, man.
yeah.
I don't want to see that stuff. That's dumb.
The
That's dumb.
the
Skills
Pro Bowl is the
competition.
only All Star game where you don't play the actual game that you're having the All Star game for. Like, why are we having this?
Yeah,
Like baseball's
yeah.
baseball, hockey, like they still play the game. Like I don't understand it. Like the Pro Bowl is just a nice accolade to have for anyone. That's really it.
It
It's
was
nothing more
changed
than
because
that.
of injuries. People actually got injured at Pro Bowls, playing Pro Bowls from time to time. So they decided to change it because of that, pretty much.
I'd like to call it the Sean Taylor rule.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he
yeah,
almost decapitated somebody. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, absolutely destroyed him. That is an all time highlight.
It is.
For
It is.
life.
It is.
It's crazy. All
Well,
right, R.I.P. to a real one.
before we move on, would like to mention that Vanderbilt is up on Kentucky 4-0. Kentucky is actually going to pull out this loss for the first time in a couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and go through our sponsors here. I may need a lifeline, may not. We'll see. But if you're in the Lancaster area, up there in PA, stop by Sbarro Hair Studio and talk to Lean. Get a discount on your haircut. Get all cleaned up. Got a lot of people on this podcast with short to no hair, but they'll get you cleaned up with whatever you got left. So, um, also, if you're in the market for a hype chain, and if you're not in the market, you should get in the market because it's a great market to be in. Rep your team, wrap your kid, wrap your whatever you want to. They will 3D print a hype chain, anything to your liking. It's LOTWYN. If you enter in the code TCCPOD, you get 10% off. And they've been great. They are manufacture about almost a dozen, I think, through the podcast family, as well as our rewards and things like that we give out. We got anything else, Kyle? Is there any other things that we want to rep on this podcast?
Last but not least, a friend of the show, a fellow podcaster and a fellow network member, Mr. Jim Montgomery. This day in Philly sports history, we'll take a walk down memory lane for all kinds of fun Philadelphia sports facts, good and bad. So if you're a hater of Philadelphia sports, tune in because we got a lot of those bad moments that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And if you really hate Philadelphia, tune into the good ones because we don't have as many, but man, are they good. Right, Paul? You remember the anniversary of the NFC Championship game last year. How about that? That just happened a year ago. I think we dropped 55 on you guys, I think is what it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Most points scored in a conference championship game. You remember that one. That's this day in Philly sports history. You can see my brother. Just throwing
I
it out
do
there.
not actually remember that. I was blackout drunk after going to an oyster roast at a brewery down the street. So I was told that we lost, but no loss to me. Still had a smile on my face. So I was still winning. I was still winning, Kyle. It's all I do is win. Were you not watching last week? All I do is win.
Hashtag winning.
There you go.
He doesn't even know how to hashtag.
I know.
Couple
We'll teach him one
of
day.
things we got coming up in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. Coming up in February 6th is opening ceremonies for the Olympics. Starting to see some of those the teams for the U.S. start to take shape a little bit. Questions, comments, concerns, anything that about that we're looking forward to, anything we think is going to happen, not sure. We going to play some hockey there? Is that rink still not made or what?
I think it's
they
in the
better
process.
finish it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I want to watch is the hockey.
What about curling?
Well, I mean, I was going to say I can't wait to see the curling.
Only if Paul's going to be there. Yeah,
I think he pulled a hand.
He's qualified next week, right? He's moving right in.
They should have that at the NFL Pro Bowl. I want to see a lineman go out there and try some curling. I think it'd be great.
You could do better than a lineman curling?
Given certain conditions and time frame conditions and financial backing and FMLA, yes.
Paul, who would be your curling teammate, or how many guys are on a team? I need like your Mount Rushmore of guys in the NFL that you would want on your curling team.
On my curling team, I would actually.
I don't know how big a team is.
It's a 4-man team. It's a 4-man.
4-man team.
I would put
you and three guys from the NFL. Go.
Yeah, I'm going to pick George Kittle as one of my picks for sure.
Wow.
He's already back on the golf course. I mean, he is hitting from the golf cart technically. I don't know if anybody has seen that. Literally, is like side arming the golf club from the side of the golf cart since he still has the Achilles missing or unintact.
I love Georgie. Oh, I love Georgie.
So he would add quite a few different elements to our team for sure. We definitely would need a quarterback out there. So I would take none of the quarterbacks on any of your teams. I don't know who I would pick. As much as I would like to take Josh Allen, he is absolutely not a winner, so I can't take Josh Allen. But, he proved that again this year for the umpteenth time. I don't know who my quarterback would be, but I probably wouldn't take somebody that is actually a quarterback because it probably wouldn't allow me to be, to honor my position as quarterback of the team. So I don't know.
You're the quarterback, so you need two more guys.
George already Kittle, sounds like a bronze medal at the best.
Yes.
Wow, you're letting them place, Kyle? You're letting them place? Oof.
Yeah.
I said at best. Gold and silver are already out.
I wasn't even thinking podium was
I'll
in his
take a
future.
bronze because you know what bronze looks like in the right color, in the right light? It looks like gold.
You need some of these returners that have Olympic experience because they did track and field in high school and college.
Yeah, but who's going to be the one pushing it and who's going to be the one sweeping? Because Paul, you don't have the longevity in your lungs to be a sweeper. You have to be the one that just throws the tea kettle down there because you will not be able to stand.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, he can't stay, but he can't stand that long and
get back up from tossing the rocks. So I mean, Paul's out.
He's just going to have to be a coach
can't toss the rocks. He's done.
Yeah, the longevity in his lungs is not there. He can, but look, he's like out of breath just standing here watching us.
Can we have a fifth person added to Paul's team, and it's the person that pushes his office chair on wheels so that he can slide the rock that way?
There you go.
Maybe.
He still hasn't even filled out his full team yet.
He can't even make it himself, Ben, to fill a team, okay?
And yet I can't wait to get the A on the group project. I love it. It's going to be awesome.
Are you going to be the quarterback or are you going to be John Candy? And now you got to find your four.
No, I'm going to represent Rodney Dangerfield in Going Back to School or whatever the movie was.
Do you feel the rhythm?
Oh, I do. Hey, the Jamaican bobsled team, they made the Olympics. And while the U.S. will send a team, did anybody see them crash and like them went flying out like they were a drunk teenager hitting a tree? It was ridiculous.
Oh.
Literally people flying all over the place. But the Jamaican bobsled team is in the Olympics. I appreciate the free segue there, even though you're probably making a dig. The next thing that's coming up soon is the World Baseball Classic. I know that some of the teams south of us are usually pretty darn stacked. Are we worried about any of the Asian teams at all, or do we think it's going to be like a Dominican, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Mexico kind of?
That Dominican team is stacked. Oh my God. If that roster that I posted in the Discord is who they're playing with, look out on that team.
There's no way. There's no way Johan Roas makes that. There's no way. There's no way Roas is making that team. And the roster that you posted had him on there as an outfielder. There's no way he should be. There has to be somebody. There's probably a 14-year-old down there that's better than him. There has to be. Sorry.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Go ahead, Ben.
I already forgot what I was gonna say.
Are you Team USA?
Hold on.
Are you going to represent Team USA or what?
Who, me?
For hockey?
Okay, both of you need to start listening better.
World Baseball Classic.
Ben. Who you got and why?
Now hold on. I remember now what I was going to say. We should always worry about a team that has Shohei Ohtani. Mm-hmm. That guy is a performer, and he performed at the last one big time.
Him against Mike Trout. Him against Mike Trout in that game at the. I thought that was great. Those are the kind of moments that I think that needs, and I'm a little surprised that the World Baseball Classic gets as much news as it does, being a preseason tournament. I mean, the star power is there, but we've seen some of these different efforts that these sports leagues make, and I mean, this one I think is put together pretty well, and people stick to watching this thing like glue.
Well, with the Asian teams as well, they all play in the KBO, or they all play professionally. So they're professional. So it's not like these guys are scrubs. Like, yeah, they're not in the MLB, but like there's other great leagues around the world. So I think Japan and the Dominican.
But if you want to promote it as a worldwide sport, I mean, this is an excellent idea. Think the NBA can pull this off? No. NFL, idiots. All idiots. I mean, the best thing they got is the Pro Bowl, and you see what we just talked about, what they've done to it. So, I mean, I would love to see it. Hockey does their thing, their All-Star game. This past year was one of the greatest All-Star performances for a sports league I've ever seen.
I just hate the timing of the World Baseball Classic. I hate the timing.
I think that's what I meant by like the preseason of the preseason. The fact that this actually works out so well is beyond me. Of course, I have no other. When else are you going to push it? You got, it's the longest season in history. You're not going to put it in like November, December.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Better at the beginning.
I mean, you just look at it like, what happens if one of your players on your Major League Baseball team gets injured in the World Baseball Classic, or a couple years ago, Trey Turner had one of the best World Baseball Classics ever, and then he played like crap for the first 3 months of the season and needed the fans to give him a standing ovation to start playing like Trey Turner again. Like, because he played so hard for the World Baseball Classic. Like, it just seems odd. Like, and look, I'm just going to address it. Aaron Nola pitching for Team Italy. You're not even Italian. Your mom's Italian. Like, you're not even Italian. You're from Louisiana. You're from Louisiana. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's in your name. It's in your name. You're from NOLA.
Correct. Right. Like, you're pitching for Team Italy? Like, if I'm the Phillies, I'm pissed off. Like, Team Italy had zero chance of winning anything in the World Baseball Classic. Zero. So why would... And Nola barely pitched last year because, like, it's just dumb to me. It's dumb. Absolutely dumb. Harper's going to pull a hamstring. Schwarber's probably going to hurt his shoulder. Nola's going to tear an ACL pitching for Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's that kind of off-season for the Phillies. It's that kind of off-season for the Phillies. Listen, I've been coaching Lewis up on the side, so wait till baseball starts. He's going to be really pissed off. He's going to be really pissed off about the Phillies.
Great. Pissed off Lewis. That's just what we need.
That's exactly what you need.
I mean, I got nothing good to report. The Red Sox, until they signed Ranger Suarez, were doing like next to nothing.
Rangel.
So
he doesn't move the needle too much for me.
It's Rangel Suarez. Apparently, Philly was saying his name wrong this whole time. Did you hear that?
Wait, really? No, I didn't.
Rangel. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But he said he'll go by the American version of Ranger. Like, well, did you ever tell anybody that in Philly? Like, we would have called you the right name if you would have said it. Yeah, you just said it now when you get introduced in Boston, that that's your real name? Like, you never said anything. Even the sports writers in Philly were coming out going, he never told us that. We would have called him that, but we thought his name was Ranger.
Right.
That makes everybody in Philly look like idiots. Yeah, everybody in Philly looks like idiots because they've been calling him the wrong name.
Yeah.
It's like, We didn't know.
Yeah, that's why he
took
didn't
a lot.
stay. He felt disrespected.
That's hilarious. I mean, look at Gino for the Mariners, another Suarez. But I mean, like Eugenio. Like, you know how many people had to sit there and figure out how to say Eugenio? Like, if you teach people, they'll learn your name. Like,
Yeah.
why how do you not say anything for that long? That's
He
great.
was with the
Yeah,
team
that's
for 5
crazy.
years. He was with the team
I
for 5
know.
years, and you don't say anything. You don't say
Yeah.
anything. You have an
Nothing.
interpreter. You have a translator that you
Right.
talk to the media with, and even that, he doesn't even tell the media that that's your name.
You're
You
a
just go along
teammate
with
that
it.
knew you before that? Nobody said
Right.
anything. Nobody correct. No parent, no family member. Nobody said, hey, by the way, that's not his name.
Exactly. You just go along with it for 5 years. Like, you don't say anything. And then it magically comes up in a new press conference, introductory press conference. You're like, wow, really? I don't even know you, dude. I don't even know you. Like, the guy I thought I knew isn't that guy anymore. Like, it's ridiculous.
Ranger, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
It's insane.
what's the difference? I guess they're just the same name in this universe that we're in.
I guess he's like, I just signed
Well,
a
I don't know.
$150 million contract. You better call me by my real name.
Yeah. He's nails in the postseason, though. I saw his numbers.
Yeah.
He's like one of the best postseason pitchers ever. That's
Yep.
awesome.
Yep. Congrats.
I mean,
You got a good one.
I think that might be. I think that's some good dumb shit to send us off into the rest of the week too. I didn't have anything planned, but I guess all good things come to those who wait. I expected more dumb shit from the Philly fans, but that was enough. No, I think that'll just about wrap it up for us. Ben, do you have any parting words for you? I know you just stuffed your face with a Pop-Tart, but you've got 64 seconds to go all Patriots.
Paul, I dedicate this chocolate chip Pop-Tart to you. Thank you
All right,
very
we'll
much.
see you next week. We'll see you next week. Good job, guys.
Hey, it feels good to be back. All is right in the world. You know, everyone's pissed. The Patriots are in the Super Bowl. Everyone, besides Christy, I know all you guys are cheering against the Patriots. It's okay. It's how we want it. You know, I'm waiting for Matthew Stafford to win MVP. You know, that'll just be the icing on the cake that weekend leading up. That'll all but guarantee the Patriots win the Super Bowl. If Matthew Stafford wins the MVP, the Patriots have won the Super Bowl. You heard it here first.
That's it?
But
that's what you waste your time on? You had
no,
like, you could have had anything
but,
else to say in this speech, and that's what you wasted your time on. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in that speech. I hope that Pop-Tart was good, buddy, because that speech sucked.
Whoa, hey, I'm just hoping for a good game. You know, I gave my flowers to Sam Darnold, but we'll see if the real Sam Darnold shows up.
Yeah, I hope both teams have fun. Tell them, Paul.
Hey, it's early. There is concern that Drake might have hurt his shoulder a little bit, so we got to see how that plays out. I'm sure that'll be played up in the media more than it should be.
So that's why he only threw for 86 yards in the AFC Championship? Oh, okay.
Drake has not been good in the postseason. He needs to have a good game eventually.
7 fumbles, 4 interceptions.
What better time than the Super Bowl? Yeah, he does not look like an MVP candidate. Oh, I did.
No, I think it's because of the defenses he's going up against.
Not only did I keep track of those, I kept track of the 3 wins as well. So that's what, at the end of the day, you can play terrible, but as long as you get those 3 dubs, what more can you say?
Well, good for you though. You need 4 to win a Super Bowl, so we'll see if we can get the 4th. That's a Boston math for you.
Oh.
Well, I think that's going to do it. That's exactly how I want to end this episode, exactly like that. Ben, I appreciate you hopping on. We can't wait to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Next week will be a good one. Next week will be better.
Okay, we'll see. We'll give you. You've got time now to prepare. You've got time to prepare. All right. Well, good discussion today. I look forward to seeing everybody next week, and let's be thinking about what we want to say about the Patriots for the next 6-7 days.
Oh, I got a whole slew of things to say. Don't worry, buddy.
Kyle'll be on next week.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
All right. Well, go ahead and land this plane and let's get out of here and let's enjoy the rest of this week. And hopefully our kids go back to school at some time this month.
Maybe.
So much snow.